Yes, indeed. Good evening, one. Good evening, all. How are you, my lovelies? Are you all right? Yes, I'm here. Who knew I would be in on a Saturday? I teased you with a Monday, and now I'm here. If you don't know who I am, this is Said I. That is I can't lead too far. We won't go into it now. But yes, I'm all well and good. Thank you very much for asking. But you are in for a little treat. I think this is the first time I've done a one-day special with the next two people I'm going to introduce. We would call them, well, they're quilting royalty. They are like the king and queen of the quilting world is what we're about to look at now. Who am I introducing you to? Oh, our Dougie, receptionist / security, loosely, rolled out the red carpet when they arrived today. We had porters at the door. Even Tony's coming, the big boss of security, make sure they were all right. Nothing we're half-inch in the camper van outside. It's got 24-hour security. We're not on our own, no. Ladies and gentlemen, be upstanding if you can. It's Pat and Mark, everyone. Hi. Yes, indeed. How are you, my lovelies?
We're good, thank you.
I've not seen you in ages.
I know.
No, we keep on seeing you fleeting by when we're on a monthly show.
I thought you were sending in emails and you didn't want to work with me, to be honest.
Oh,
this is why I've pushed...
You sussed us out.
Yeah, well, I pushed Scott to one side because you thought I was getting snuck in under the radar.
With a build-up like that every show.
Well, you see, Scott would be here, but he's washing his hair.
Okay.
So, what are we looking at? We are looking at a one-day special with a twist. Okay, because you can make it slightly larger, and we'll get to that later, okay? Do not fear. What are we looking at? We are looking at a brand new quilt. Now stop right there. Before you go any further, I know what you're thinking because I'm one step ahead of you. You think like I think. Another quilt? Here we go, another quilt I'm going to have to cut myself. If I get it wrong, I've ruined all that material, and then what do? I have a wonky angle on one corner, I have to make it slightly smaller, then I have to rework the instructions. Everything is cut for you. First of all, that is what Totally Patch do for you. Everything comes in the box that you will need. Everything that you are looking at here will make an entire quilt. The front of the quilt. We'll get to the middle and the backing in a minute as well, because I've got a special deal on those. You get full instructions. Now, when we say full instructions, I mean full instructions. Now, I'm not going to flick through all of them, because otherwise I'm not a library. But you do get a full instructions here, from templates to guides to written down as you are sitting there as well. Now, once you get all of this home, it can be a little bit daunting. So I'll ask the questions for you now. If you've got any questions this hour, please get them in studio@hochanda.com. So I don't know who wants to answer this, but if I get this home, I've never quilted before. I've dabbled on a sewing machine round and about. I can do a little straight stitch. Would I be able to create what you have currently got behind you at the moment?
Absolutely. It is just straight stitching as a normal patchwork that we do. It's put together very easily. Don't look at it and see the hexagons and think, oh my goodness. Wait, watch the demos, you'll see how easy it is to do, how easy it is to adapt, and...
Repetitive block.
Yeah, it is a repetitive block, but it's done in a really easy way. So you need to keep watching and you'll see.
Which is what I like, and as you can see from the patterns in front of me, if I hold one up, they're all halves, okay? So obviously you're only doing a row at a time. It's as simple and as easy as that. Break the quilt down. You're just doing a row at a time. Now look at the price on this, £55.60 on 3. The maximum flexible payments that we can give you on this. Across 3 flexible payments, £55.60. 031715 is your item number. Now the size that we're looking at here, the details are on the screen, 72 inch by 66 inch. That is a big old quilt. It's the one that we were looking behind, that we can see. It is huge. Okay, that's what it looks like just there. Obviously, you won't get Pat and Mark sitting in front of yours. You might do. Lucky you, on a Saturday night. But it is huge. We're looking at a double bed size.
King size.
So we're looking at a king size, a top of the king size.
size. Yeah.
But if you want the drape and the swag, I've got that for you on the show as well. Right then. So you've got your front cover. Now you might want your back. Now I can get that to you as well. Everything comes neatly bundled. Now I've got 2 options in this because I've got 2 different types of quilt. This is what you're about to get will fit perfectly behind your one-day special. £64.99, 860997 is your item number. You're saving £5 on this. What you'll also get on this as well is flexible payments of 2 flexible payments of £32.50. Which is amazing already. So we're looking at today £92.05. Your first flexible payment will get you an entire quilt, including backing the middles, home to you today. Now I know it's daunting. If you're just starting off in the world, you're thinking backings and middles and what the G am I going on about? We'll get onto that. We'll ask all what this is for, because you can take this, but I've got it in a smaller size for maybe a smaller quilt that you want to get as well. So why have you done a smaller version of the same quilt?
Because some people, as you said, don't want a big quilt, but they want to do the technique. So we thought, let's do a smaller one and they can learn the technique with the small quilt. Or if some people have said to us, can we have larger quilts? So if you take both of them, you can have a very large quilt that's going to drape over the sides of your king-size bed.
So now, if you're going for your one-day special and you're also going for the smaller one, which is this size that you see here, which is still huge. We are talking, I would say, would drape nicely over a single bed, look beautiful in sort of a cot. If you wanted to go for that cot-fitted look in a cot, it would be beautiful inside a cot. That is going to get you all of that you see there. So it's 52 inch by 48 inches is what we're looking at with this kit that you see here. Once again, everything is pre-cut for you. You haven't got to worry about that. You literally open the box and you can start sewing straight away. You're getting full instructions included as well inside of the boxes. It all comes beautifully packaged. So if you are looking maybe to gift this for someone, it is a beautiful, beautiful gift because it all comes boxed with easier to wrap, I'm thinking. £42.20 is what you're looking at as well, across 2 flexible payments. Also, you've also got the backing and the wadding as well to go with the quilt. Now, we'll change the details. This time, it will fit the smaller quilt. There's 2 different item numbers. Please don't get confused on this. £35.99, 567562 is your item number. So what are we getting in this kit? What are we actually getting here?
The boarding and the backing fits either quilt, depending it's the large or the small.
Okay.
So that finishes the quilt with the top, which is either large or small as well.
So it's perfect size. Any trimming to do, or is it going to be perfect and we can line it all up perfectly?
No, it's a bit bigger than the project.
Nice, that's what we like.
Because when you quilt, because what you've got is the wadding, which is an 80-20 cotton mix. You've got a very fine, beautiful calico, and that becomes the back of your quilt. When you make a cushion, you've got like the patchwork, the wadding, and the back is inside of your cushion. But when you make a quilt, you've got the patchwork bit, which is hexagons in this case, your wadding, and then your calico. And you quilt, which is a simple running stitch, all the way through all of the layers.
Oh, so it's beautiful. Once again, easy to do. You cannot go wrong. Put it all together. If you want it in a little bundle, you're going to get flexible payments on this. And then, so 567562 is your item number. Table runners, here we go. Now, look how beautiful, first of all, the table runner is. Everything in the kits that you're going to need, from fronts to middles to backs, everything. A complete project in a bag is what we're looking at here for £18.99. 704691 is your item number. Once again, table runner, easy. Are we talking easy to do?
Very easy to do. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Good for beginner.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, very good. I mean, everything's really okay for beginners because it's
achievable.
It's step by step. We take them step by step through every project and try to make it accessible to everybody. And if it was hard, I would say so. Yeah, you know, it's. And keep watching or put us on record, because I'm going to show you some little tips on how to deal with the joining of your sashing and all sorts during the next what could be 3 weeks we could be here, couldn't we?
We could be. You have locked the doors now. You're going nowhere. We're getting that money's worth. So already 10% of the stock here has now already gone. £18.99, 704691 is your item number. Now, we're not meant to do this now. We were meant to save it till later, but I'm going to put it in anyway. There is a quilt that I can literally tell you now I've got a handful of. And I think once they've gone, Pat Bar looks scared then. It's all right. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. Well, I think once they've gone, they've gone. This is the quilt that we're looking at now. I've only got a handful. 2 flexible payments on this of £40. A quarter of the stock has already gone here. 188504 is your item number for this quilt. You're saving £40 on this quilt is what you're looking at. £79.99. This is just for the front though, okay? So this is just for the front layer, so there's not the wadding. It's technically sold out. I knew it would do. That's why I thought I'd sneak it in now and I wouldn't hold it out. I thought I'll get it in, just so you know. Make sure you check out your baskets. If you've got it in your baskets, I would check that out now if I was you. Then you can sit back on your laurels because you know it's on its way to you. I said I only have a handful, so get it while you can. Something else that's busy is now is your one-day special. We knew it would be. Both sizes are very busy. Jump to the website. Everything is on the website for you. So you've got the large there, £166.80. You've got that smaller, it's the small is the wrong sort of word for this though. So your medium size quilt, £84.40. Then you've got your waddings and your backings to match, okay? So make sure you get the right ones. If you're going for that full kit, make sure you look at the sizes for those. Then we've got some tables, then we've got some stunning cushions on there. Beautiful, beautiful cushions that we've worked out. If you go for 2 sets of your cushions, you're going to start opening up flexible baskets because you'll be over your £60 one, which is phenomenal. We've got threads in there. We've got the quilt that's already sold out. Advent calendars, brand new today as well. Look at the price on that, £12.49 is what you're looking at for the Advent calendar. 027976 is your item number. We've also got duck feather pillows for £10.99. If it was me, I'd just buy them alone and put your old cushion covers in there. They're duck feather is what we're talking about. Right then, let's get to pan. Let's look at demonstrations. Let's see how easy this quilt is to put together. Right then, I'm handing the baton to you. What would you like to show me first?
Whew, I can't breathe. There's all that information. I'm going to show you obviously the one-day special. I've loved making it. It's a delightful quilt. I've really enjoyed making it. I've really enjoyed quilting it, haven't I, Mark?
You certainly have, yeah.
I have.
Every day you've told me.
I have, yeah. So, in its box, lovely photography, I think.
Oh, we've done that.
And if you could just hold it there, Mark.
I've got it there.
Great. You can see, very simple. You really cannot go wrong on this, ladies and gentlemen.
And gents, yeah.
I bet Eric's watching.
Eric can be watching it.
So you've got this little pile of gorgeousness. Look at those. Look, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There you're going to form your hexagons. You've also got binding and borders. We can leave that for now. And then you've got a pile of shorter, thinner.
Sashing.
Short, thin
sashing. Yeah, you can say that.
Short, thin sashing.
I'm just going to get in trouble. And
slightly wider sashing, right? That is it. There's a few of these little funny things. You'll see what you need these for later. I'll go across that when we get to the ends of the rows. So, if you could whip that out the way, Mark.
On these?
Oh no, you can take those. I've got my own ones sometimes.
Yeah, you have.
Just being greedy.
You can't have another one.
No.
You've already got one.
I've got 2.
2.
Okay, so when you get your kit, I would do 1 to start with. I would open up your box and get 1 under your belt, and then you're sorted. They will come like this with their pieces wrong sides together. Do the same, okay? So just get rid of the others and just deal with crash, 1 at a time. So pop it on your table, exactly. On the page before, there's a picture of this. You needn't go back, Mark. So that's just, I just want you to put them on your table, on your board, whatever you're working with, like so. And then take one of your small little sashings and place it at the top, and one of your small little sashings and place it at the bottom, okay? They're a little bit bigger than the length here, that's fine. You just centralise the one onto the other. So we fold them over, and what I do is I turn it round so I can see where the bits are sticking out. So you can see that there, beautifully. Well, it's a bit light, I'm using light and light. That's not a good idea really, but there you go. There we go. So just centralise it on there. If it's not perfect, it doesn't matter, it'll be fine. And we're going to stitch our usual 1/4 inch seam across there. So just nice and steadily, and just enjoy the process, because once you've got one, it's easy to do. It's easy to, you need to watch me all the time really. Because I want to show you how simple it is to make the block, and then how you make it different sizes, because this is such a versatile design. That's why we thought, you know, if you're not in the market for a big quilt, just go with the small one, and you've got the technique, and then you'll have that technique all the time. You'll be able to refer back to it, make it wider, shorter, fatter, longer, whatever.
Just while I remember,
Yeah.
check that the sashing strips, you've got the right side, because they are quite close.
Yeah, they are quite close.
Yeah, they look similar,
Yeah,
back and front.
they do. So, just...
Sorry to chip in.
That's okay.
If I went for the large one though,
Yeah.
could I make that smaller if I wanted to get my value for money as well? Because you know what I'm like. I'm thrifty. Let's be fair. If I went for the larger quilt, can I make that into, I'm sort of working it out in my head from looking at the one behind you, I could make 2 runners out of that, then I'd have a strip of hexagons spare down the middle that I could use elsewhere if I wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there is actually twice as many pieces in the large as the small.
Okay.
So you could make 2 smalls.
Oh, so you could make 2 smalls with the large. Okay, that's good
Yeah.
to know, good to know.
That's right, isn't it, Mark?
That's right, yeah.
I'm just checking because Mark's been cutting. Yeah, you can make 2 smalls with the large, or you can make a large. Or you
It's 49 and 25, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it isn't a small quilt, but it's enough to get you going through the technique to learn the process. And I am going to try and alter the sizes of them that might give us a lot more variation on smaller projects.
Okay, good to know.
So if you've done this, you just need to watch me again later
Bear
in
with
the
us.
year,
Yeah.
and you'll see some smaller ones, and you'll know what to do then.
Oh, that's good
So-
to know. So if you are going for the large one-day special, the details currently on the screen, you can make 2 of the smalls out of this large one. Obviously, your instructions will be for the large one, but then you just need to scale it down. It's perfectly simple to do, £166.80, getting while you can 3 flexible payments. Sorry to chip in.
That's fine.
No,
No,
no.
we like you to chip in. So I'm back to here now. I've put my short, narrow sashing strips on the top and the bottom. Now you'll see from the picture here that the top one has something else done to it, but the bottom one doesn't. Okay. The reason for this will become perfectly clear. So take one of your longer sashing strips. I'd put them both on the table because I like to keep my eye on what's going on. And you're going to put them on either side. Now to do that, you just follow the line of the edge of the hexagon that's been cut for you. Half hexagon.
Hex.
Hex. What have you been calling it, Mark?
Hex and
Hex.
og. On.
Yeah. It's a worry to live with,
I know,
but there
yeah.
you go. Hex and on, as we call it. So this is going on here. You can line this up with the top, it's fine, or have a little bit sticking out the top. Can you see that? Yep, perfect, look at that. Like so, and we're going to stitch that down there, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So far we've stitched 2 straight seams. We've done the hard work for you, the calculation, the cutting of the angles, haven't you, Mark?
I have?
And I made the quilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair's fair.
Fair's fair, yeah. So you haven't got to worry about angles, because angles are things that worry quilters a lot. We like to, you know, you can get your ruler out and you go, if you could cut this at 60-degree angle, people go, oh my goodness. Even if you're standing with them in a class, they look at you and they go, what?
Freeze.
Yeah, they do, they
They
freeze.
freeze.
So we could have let them cut their
Yeah,
angles.
but we decided not to.
We certainly did, yeah. So you're pressing, every time you add a sashing or a border, you're pressing towards the sashing. It tells you that in the pattern now. So there we've got one on, like so. Now we're putting the other one on. So just line it up across the angle leave it sticking up a little bit at the top, like so.
Does it matter how much is there, or just a smidge?
Just a smidge.
A
yeah.
smidge.
It doesn't have to be anything. It can line up with the top, but I don't know why. I did leave a smidge, but it doesn't have to be. So down we go again and stitch down that side. So there we've got straight lines. That's all we've sewn. 4 so far. Press out towards the sashing. So away from me, as always, out towards the sashing. And I know we've had a lot of people join us lately, new quilters, and I'm getting a lot of little questions that people think, oh, I should know that, or I shouldn't. But, you know, drop us an email and we'll always answer you. Might not be, you know,
straight away
Saturday evening when we're watching the telly, but we will get back to you. Or, you know, any questions, ring into the studio, because it's...
Yeah. That's what we're here for, to help.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Right, so now we've got something that looks a little bit strange, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. So what we're going to do, you've got 2 ways of doing this, and it's entirely up to you which way you do it. You don't need to chop these off, but I do. It just keeps it neat, I think. So you can either, while you're sitting there, just put your rule across the top, and I've lined it up with the top here. You can see, no measuring. This is just a line, a drawn line. And then once you've done one, you can pile them up, and then you can sit and do these when you're having your cup of tea, watching the telly. Just chop this off like so. Like
mind
that.
your fingers, though. If you're watching telly, mind your fingers.
Oh, I thought you meant now, because I
No, not you.
I did cut my finger with a very sharp knife last night.
Yes.
Thought he was telling me. So you do that with your scissors, that's fine. Turn it round and do the same at the other end. You can draw it on like I did, so anything. If you haven't got markers, you can use a pencil. If you've got cutting equipment, you can use that. Just line it up across the bottom, or use your scissors, slice it off, these little bits. You won't need these bits, so you can throw them away. I know that's, or turn them into something very artistic and gorgeous.
So you said there was another way of doing this, so you haven't got to cut. What would you do in...
Say that again?
You just said you didn't have to cut them off if you don't want to.
You could leave them.
So you can leave them on if you want to.
If you want to, yeah. And then you just join your rows. It doesn't make... I'll do some of both during the 3 weeks.
Good question.
Yeah, good question.
Oh, thank you.
But I just like the neatness of it. And it's not difficult, is it? You haven't got to measure. You've just got to chop a straight line. So there we've got 2 pieces that look as if they're not finished, don't they? Because this little chappie's got something missing here. So pretend I've made like 20 or so.
Okay.
Make them all before you move to the next stage. So make quite a few. I've got a few here.
But keep them at that stage there.
Yeah, keep them at
like
this
a top and a bottom.
I have here some I made earlier. Look, you see.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this, eh? Like this, all the way down. Okay. So now I want to show you what you do with them. So you take them to your table. The bed, I put ours on the bed. I lay them all out on the bed. So I'm just going to lay out probably, I don't know, 4 or 5, but I'm only going to sew 3. So this is my first part of my hexagon. There it is. And this is the bottom of my hexagon. Can you pop that across there? And on the quilt behind us, I'm now starting at the top left-hand side to that like black and whitey patterned one at the top. There we go. That's it, lovely. So that's our first one. If the camera could just stay there for a second while I place the next one down, you'll see what's going to happen. So that's our whole hexagon that's on the top left, but it's not stitched. So we'll take our next one, and then we need to put that on the top row, because if you don't, what will happen, look, you'll end up with a hexagon and a gap. We don't want that.
Too big a gap.
Too big a gap. So what we're going to do, we take the one without the ears, the sashing, and you put it next to it there. Keep this bit. This will become the bottom of your row when you get further down.
Okay.
So then the next bit, you put another one, a whole one this time, a whole one there. So now you can see what will happen is these rows will start forming, whole hexagons will start
Appearing.
arriving, I was going to say, but that's wrong. So I'm going to do, can you move it along a little bit, Mark? I'm going to do 5 rows, just because I can't get any more on the table, can I? So I'd look at it and think, oh, which one do I think will go there? I don't know. So we need a half one. So we've got a whole one, a half one, a whole one, a half one. And as you can see from the picture, right, there we go. I'll just get rid of the rest off the table so you can see what's going on. So you can see here I've got arrows and writing and everything. First row, it says whole hexagon. Oh, I've lost my little, here we go. It says whole hexagon, top row has 3 pieces of sashing. That's what we did, look, put 3 pieces on. Whole one, half one, whole one, half one, whole one. So that really is as hard as it gets.
Do you say all that again?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. The first piece will have 3 pieces of sashing on because you want a whole hexagon at the top of your quilt. The next one will have 1 piece of sashing on because it's going to join to the one next to it. So then you put your next piece with your 3, then your 1, then your 3. And it tells you here what you're forming and exactly what you're doing, and arrows pointing to what you are doing. Now this is such an easy way of joining these hexagons together because it makes it a regular shape. It makes it all into rectangles. So let's pretend I've got my all of my blocks out, pieces out over my bed. I like the way they look. If I don't, I move them about.
Okay.
Think, oh, I think I'd like a creamer one up there. I'll move that blue one, but that's fine. So you join them a row at a time. So what I'll do now, I'll put an extra row in so you can see how the next row forms. Can you put that one in there, Mark? Like so. So there's our next hexagon forming on the next row. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So
Instructions.
take your 2 pieces, join them together like so. And they're going to go together, lining up this edge that you've already sewn. You haven't had to cut. You don't
Take
have
your time
to,
on this bit as well.
we don't have to
Yep.
think about it. It's easy.
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 Okay.
Straight line, this is all we've done before. So in effect what we're doing, we're sewing the one piece without the sashing onto the piece with the sashing. And we've already sewn sashing on, so that's easy.
Do you need to pin them at all?
Didn't see what he said.
Do you need to pin? No, you don't have to pin.
You can if you want
do,
to.
but
Can
you
if
don't
you
have
want.
to. No.
Yeah, can if you want to. Again, press towards the sashing, and I would press as I go along. I don't join the whole row, I just press towards the sashing there, just so I can see it's all looking amazing. If you didn't like the way it looked, or...
No.
Wrong way.
No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well done, Mark. Mark said no, wrong way. I put it down like that, look, and my hexagon's not going to match, is it?
You don't have to match them up. If you want to be completely quirky and have half hexagons all over the place.
No, I think you do.
No?
Yeah,
We've had. I looked like that because for the shift. Someone was reading me an email down my
okay.
ear.
Okay.
We've had a lovely email in from Anne. Good evening, Anne. Well, I think that must be my one viewer by the looks of it. I only have one. Anne said, read that email out to me. Anne said, I've learnt so much from Pat that when she got into a bit of a panic, she rang Mark and he was very helpful. Very helpful.
I just passed the phone over. No.
And her phone bill is now £300. I added that bit. No, she said you were very, very helpful. So if you are wondering and you're thinking,
Thank you.
I've never tried it before and I'd like to give it a go, that's someone like you sitting out there now has emailed the studio and said, it was really helpful. I got into a panic. I didn't know what I was doing. Who was there to help? Remember, Mark, they write everything. They write the instructions. They go through the kits bit by bit is what they actually do. For the sheer fact, what they're going to do is they're going to help you along the way. It's like anything. It's like what they want you to do is they want you to do the projects and then go, oh, actually, I enjoyed that. I remember that totally patch. That was really easy. It was really easy that I did this, and this. It doesn't want to be a bottom drawer present. It doesn't want to be one of those bottom drawer presents that you start and you think, I can't do that. I really can't do that. It's not. Everything has been done for you. Everything has been cut for you. You haven't got to worry about any cutting if you don't want to. The shapes are all there. Your tabs are all there. Your binding is all there. If you just want to do the top of a quilt, this is the top of a quilt and it all comes in the box. Everything is in here that you need. 3 flexible payments of £55.60 is what you're looking at today to make this very quilt. 72 inches by 66 inches is what you are looking at in quilt form for £55.60 today across 3 flexible payments. Now, I know I'm with you all the way. It's a considered purchase. I know that at £166. But remember, you can make 2 of the next one I'm about to show you out of this larger kit. So if you wanted 2 of the quilts and you're thinking, well, I like the littler one, but I'd like one for here. Why buy 2 of the little ones when you go for the big one? You've got 2 of the big kits in here as well. 031715 is your item number. If you're just thinking, Adam, all I want is that small one, I've got that for you on the show as well. Let's change the details on the screen. The smaller kit that you're looking at here is this one that I have at the back at the moment as well. Let me hold it up so you can see the size that you're actually getting here. It's absolutely beautiful. It would fit, I'm going for my little Molly's bed, it would go quite nicely over the bottom. It would drape beautifully over a single bed. So maybe it's going to go pop it into the spare room. It looked lovely on a cot. You imagine using that on a little cot would be absolutely stunning. Because remember, once you've got the hexagons there, you can start adapting, embellishing the quilt if you wanted to as well. Oh yeah, that's all for you to do. They give you everything that you need to create the beautiful quilt, but then you can embellish it however you want to embellish it. If you want tassels around the edge, you pop tassels around the edge, you are good to go. But also remember, you can make this even smaller. It's your design. Remember, you're buying into the design is what you're buying into. And once you've got this design, you can make this quilt from all that goodness that you've already got at home. But it all starts here. Practice with this, make that beautiful quilt that people will talk about and you will pass down from generation to generation. I'm sure you will. For the sheer fact it's something they're tactile. It's colours that will go in every home as well. Unless you've got fluorescent pink walls and a lime green carpet, this will go with that as well. This will be that focal point. This will be the centre that will bring everything in. Maybe you've got that chair that no one's allowed to sit in. We've all got it. With that special cushion that no one dared touch. This might drape over the back. This could be one of those. This would look stunning on the back seat of a car. You know, on the back seat of your car, just in case, as we're getting into those it's sunny at the moment, but the weather's about to change. Maybe have it on the back of your car just in case it's a bit cold for the kids in the back. It is beautiful, and it's £84.40. 2 flexible payments on this as well. £42.20 is what you're looking at. 057501 is your item number for your smaller quilt. Then we've got your table runner. Let me show you the size. 80% of our table runner now has already gone. You are getting everything that you see here at the moment. So you are getting all the squares pre-cut. You're getting all the binding that's pre-cut. You're also getting the backing and you're also getting the wadding that's on the inside as well. Once again, it's entirely up to you. You embellish as you go if you want to, or once again, you can make it even smaller. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with it when you get it home. Maybe you want to use it as 4s. So you have a little set of 4 and you have a little placemat. Maybe you use it as a little 2 and you have a little bowl for the centre of your table, maybe. A little bowl for your little sweets, little chocolate sweets. You maybe go single squares. You go 4s and you use it as coasters. It's entirely up to you. Just because it says table runner there, it doesn't mean you have to use it as a table runner. We are approaching limited stock on the said table runner. £18.99, 704691 is your item number. Right, and cushions. Oh, Seaside. We all love a bit of the Seaside, eh? Nice trip to Blighty. Not at the moment, though. But we all like to go. So we've got the Seaside Cushion. You've got your beautiful boats in there in this beautiful patchwork type. So you've got your bigger and your smaller ones there. You've got your binding around the back as well. All this comes inside your kit for £19.99. The only thing you don't get, what you see here, is the goose feather pillar that's on the inside. Everything else is coming your way, to even the backing as well, which normally you don't normally get in the cushion kit. You normally just get the front and you have to provide everything else yourself. Everything is there for you. So I can tell you now, it's £20, £19.99. What's a penny a bar from friends? 518762 is your item number. I know the pillars on the inside, I think are £10.99 off the top of my head. Let's call it, we've got the larger size. The large is £11.99, so let's call it £31. Yeah. £31 will get you a complete cushion. From the inner all the way to the outer as well. How beautiful that. But if you just want your own cushions, 518762 is your item number. Let's go slightly smaller this time with different options. Right then, this is bear paws as what we're looking at the moment. Now there's 5 options is what you're going to get in this. So it's down to you to pick the option that you would like the most. £19.79, 995859 is your item number. This is your first option. Your first option is called large check. I like the large check. I do like that. From there, though, we've also then got, I don't mind, I'll just point. This is your wide stripe. Then you've got your print. Then you've got your small stripe. Narrow stripe. Oh, we were close. Narrow stripe. And then there's one more on the shelf. Is the small check, and that is 10% of the stock there has already gone. £19.79, 995859 is your item number. For the variety of pillows that are entirely up to you, what you want to go for, you pick the one that will fit into your home. Something else that you might like though, let's shimmy on down. A little pinwheel. We all love a little pinwheel. This is not a little pinwheel in the slightest. You are looking at a big old pillar here. Is this 18 inch by 18 inch should I say? Oh, look at me. I could just look at that. So, oh, it's 18 inches. Oh, it says it on there as well. 18 inches is what you're looking at square. Once again, you get the front and you're also getting the backing with these as well. With your envelope back. Okay, very easy to do with a little envelope back. Look at me, easy to do, like I do it every day. 751185. I've seen a lot of people make envelopes back. They are quite easy, simple to do. £19.99, 751185 is your item number for your pinwheel. Once again, embellish it up. A few tassels on the corners, be a high-end pillow. I was in a well-known store today, this morning, and everything has got tassels on the end now. It has. Everything's got a tassel on. I was in the shop next door to another shop. You know the one I mean. Next. So, last but no means least, I like this because the different colours. This could go anywhere. This sort of fits with the one-day special quilt that we've got at the moment as well. Because you've sort of got the beautiful colours that run through there for £19.99. You get everything is pre-cut. This is what I love about Totally Patched. All the hard work's been done for you. And this is the worrying bit. Because I've got fabric at home, no word of a lie, I've had it nearly now 5 years. I had it before Molly was born, because it's true, she was turned 4 on Monday, so we've had it nearly 5 years. And because we knew we were going to have this, we were like, right, we'll get it in, and then eventually she'll have a Wendy house, we'll make beautiful cushions, we'll make curtains. It's still sitting there in the top of my wardrobe because I'm scared to cut it. So that's where the worry's gone, because it's all been pre-cut for you, and you are good to go. £19.99, 548111 is your item number. Now, something else I love. You've already seen them, the advent calendars. Let's bring up the details. If I move this, you've got 2 options here. This is your first option. This is cream. Look at this. Now, we've not seen these yet. Are these easy to create? Are we creating pockets? Are we folding? How are we creating these?
On the panel, it comes all printed, and it's got lines where you cut, and like if you look at the top, was that number 20? I don't know. Yeah. Like that number 20 something at the top?
20. You got 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
So 1 and 6.
Your bingo caller.
This is number 1.
Bingo.
You cut out individually, press the seams under, stitch them onto it, done.
Yeah, there's 3 little pockets. Look, you've got beautiful little pockets.
Yeah, and when they're joined, and then that one will be in a row, so you've got the whole row.
Yeah, there's a beautiful set of pockets you've got going on here as well.
I did tell Adam I've counted the chocolates.
That is your I don't know what they're talking about. They were empty when I arrived here. That is your cream, and then we've also got your... I can't reach the red, though, unfortunately. Then you've also got your red in there as well. Once again, absolutely beautiful. They really, really are. For the sheer fact, if you want something different at Christmas, you haven't got to put chocolates in them. Maybe you're going to put those little charms into them. Maybe you're going to put chocolate coins in them for children. You can then embellish them as much as you want to embellish them. You can't go wrong. For £12.49, give it a little go. Add it to your flexible baskets if you're going for your one-day special. That was that into 3 flexible payments. 027976 is your item number. Something else that we've got on the show. Oh, we're busy. Fabric panels is what we've got. Beautiful fabric panels as well of these. We've got these live in the studio. This is... I can't move that fast. This is the Living with Flowers, 42 by 30 inches. You've got 2 colour options on that. You've got the blue, and you've also got the rust as well, is what we're looking at for that. 729029 is your item number. £17.99. Something else that you've already found as well. Oh, can we show them the thread? They're absolutely loving it. The thread that we've got on the show as well. This is the totally Now, this is good thread.
Quality.
Quality thread. What's so quality about it?
100% cotton to start with.
That's good.
That's always a good starter.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be sewing your cotton fabrics with polycotton thread.
No, no, no.
So 100% cotton, it's got a long cotton staple, which means it's smooth and it glides through. Sometimes if you buy less expensive thread, it goes a bit furry when it's going through your sewing machine.
Oh.
This is like a
Fluffy.
smooth...
Fluffy.
No, it does
Lint.
go furry. Everybody will know what I mean.
Yeah.
And this just glides through. It's nice to hand sew with, it's nice to machine with, and it's all I use.
It's well worth getting it in. You can get it in both colours as well. You're getting 800 metres. In a twin pack, you're getting the beige and you're getting the cream as well. £18.99. 063804 is your item number. Right then, Pat.
800 metres in each reel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, 800 metres in each
Each
reel.
reel,
In each
not
reel.
total.
No, that's each reel is what you look at. 800 metres, twin pack, each one. 1,600. Just saying. Right then, 1.2 kilometres I want to think. 1.6 kilometres of thread. Right, Pat, what are you showing me?
Okay, I sort of did a little bit of quiet sewing, I hope, while you were talking. So I've got the first 2 rows to the same stage, okay? So I've got my whole hexagons, my half, my whole, my half. I'm just going to put the last couple on, okay? So give me that one first, Mark. And that one, yes. And then exactly the same, done nothing different, lining up the edge and stitch. Then I'm going to give you this back mark and you can give me the next one at the other end.
Yep.
And we will then join our row. How exciting is that? Straight rows, it's all we've sewn. So I think if, honestly, I would have a go at this. Even if you don't fancy the big one, go with the small one. It's such a lovely thing to learn, and I love hexagons though because it's traditional patchwork,
It's just a take on that, isn't it?
It's a modern take on a English
Traditional hexagons.
English patchwork, but it enables it to be done bigger, and it's just lovely. I love it. Okay, so that's my next one. So this is a row of. I've got to get it pressed first, Mark. Mark's keen here.
Keen.
Done my pressing, always press. I always press like this at home. I sit and sew. I've got my pad on something, not always something sturdy like this. Sometimes a pile of boxes or something.
Yeah.
But that's the way I work all the time with it. So what you'll see now is your first row is complete. It's got ends on, yeah?
Yeah.
But this one doesn't, does it?
No.
No. So we need to put an end on this one and an end on the other. So you don't have to do any thinking. It's all in the pattern, but it shows you can see, because that's why some of them, if we'd have put both sides on this, we wouldn't have needed them. So you get to your stages because we joined this one to this sashing. Otherwise we'd have a double sashing and then we'd be, well, I don't know what shape.
Mixed.
I know what shape our hexagons would be then. So I'm going to pop one onto there to finish that off. Give it a little.
We've had another lovely email in as well, this time from Andrea. Andrea's saying, thank you for another lovely quilt. She's bought in the past and she highly recommends Totally Patched.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you very much.
You. That's lovely,
Yeah.
isn't it? We do try our best. And we do, and I mean, I don't mind talking people through things because that's the way we learn, isn't it?
And you've all got to start somewhere. Even
Yeah.
if you've done plenty of patchwork, it might be a new technique for you.
Yeah, and also we can't get out to classes and things at the moment, so we've got to, you know, to have somebody, you know, who can help you along the way. So right, we've got 2 rows. We need another one on that end mark. I need it back again.
Making me work hard today.
Yeah, well, when you lay them all out on your bed, you've got to walk from one room to the other.
Yeah, that's true.
How
That's
big's
true.
your bed?
I just pick.
How
I-
far?
If
Oh, you mean your craft room to the bed? I
Next
thought you were
door.
going to walk from one room to the other because of the bed. I was like, how big's your
No, no.
bed? Gee.
Once you've got it laid out on the bed, I pick it up a row at a time.
Ah, okay.
Bring it back to the sewing machine, then go press, go back, just so that you can get the. You need to lay it all out to get the flow of what you're doing. And like as Mark said, if you really don't mind it being very haphazard, you don't. But I like the way the hexagons look
And the four,
traditionally.
yeah, the way they're falling.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the way to do it. So now we've got 2 finished ends.
Nope.
That way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Don't go haphazard on me now.
Okay, no. You can see I've got this little end left here, right? I'm not going to trim it off because you asked that earlier, Adam, what about not trimming?
Yes.
So I'm not going to trim it off. I'm just going to sew it on, and it's
Okay.
fine. So, like any normal row we're joining, I'm going to put them right sides together, flip them over. Can you? Thank you. I'm going to pull it towards me. And what you want to do, and, you know, try to do, so I'm just lining that up across there, a normal seam. This is the bit I haven't cut off, so no need to, you can leave it there, it's not a problem at all. So there we go. We've got the start of our hexagon there. You can see that, can't you? Yes,
Yeah.
you can. There. Just try and keep those in line, okay? So if you want to pin or tack, entirely up to you. I'll give you another little
Tip.
tip for getting your seams correct in a bit, but I just want to get this done first. So you could have pinned, you could have tacked. Some people like to tack, it's quite relaxing just to tack it all together and then you know it's okay. So as I'm coming along to the next one, what I'm doing now is I'm looking to see where it's, I wasn't looking where I was sewing then, I was still sewing, where it's going to line up, and I put them together and then I sew all the way across. Now, trust me, the speed that I have to sew at, mine are not all perfect. And nobody's noticed.
Even if they're not perfect, you just ease it in, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye on your seams and away you go.
We've got about 6 minutes left. Just so
6
you know.
minutes? Okay. Right, I'm stopping my row only to show you something. You can see that these are joined now. That's one complete hexagon. This one, the next hexagon will be here. But what I want to show you is just a little tip that if you do it, and I didn't invent this tip, one of our students told it me, and she said, I said, what are you doing? So she showed me. So she got her pieces together like that, right? And then she increased her stitch length a little bit, right? Or you could tack. And she stitched across that seam. Then she stopped sewing. She comes out of a machine. Do you know who this is, Mark?
Don't, no.
You don't know who did
No,
it?
I don't know.
No. And then she lines up the next one, right? So she's just looking at the seam. She's sewing a little bit together to get those seams perfect. This isn't just for this quilt. This is for any quilt that you're doing. Come out to your machine, and she did that with all of the joins that she'd got in the quilt row. And I said, why are you doing that? And she said, because I can do this and open it up and look at it and I can see it's perfect. And if it's not, I've just got a little bit to undo.
True.
So she said, she did used to undo quite a bit, I have to say.
I'll probably guess who it is now.
Who is it?
I'm not going to say no. I might get into trouble if it's wrong.
You will, yeah. Her name was Catherine. And there, you see, I've done it. And put the point together, and I've just stitched this bit. So then you can go back along your, you know they're fine, you can come back along your row, put your stitch back to your normal length, and then whip across, and you don't have to think about looking. Away you go, just put your foot down and go, because you're just easing them together. And that is, and my next one's here, look, it's already stitched. Go across, and this can be any row that you're joining, and it makes life so much easier. And I would say there's quite a few people sitting at home now going, what a good idea.
It's a little bit more time consuming though.
It is a little bit more time consuming,
yeah.
But if you're not sure and you have to undo, it's
saves you time on that.
Absolutely foolproof. And Catherine, she sorted it, and I was teaching the class, you know.
She taught
teaching
you
them what
something.
to do, I know what to do, and she did this, and I thought, that's just
Great
amazing.
idea.
Because you can see the advantage. You've just got a little bit to undo if it's not correct, and if it is correct, you can just whiz straight the way along. So I've done a mixture of both there, and I've been meaning to tell you lovely Hochanda people that before, and I've never got time, and I'm here for 3 weeks now, so I'll be okay. So I thought I'd slip that one in at this point. So I've gone all the way across the row, and I've got these little sticky out bits, don't matter at all. I then press my row. Can you just hold it up, Mark? I don't know if I've got time for pressing. And there you've got one complete row. And look how the hexagons are already starting to form. Don't you think that's really fast and good?
That.
Do you think that,
Yeah,
Mark?
I was very good. Very impressed.
Very good. Okay.
So you're going to get a quilt quite quickly out of this.
Yeah, I've done this, haven't I? I mean,
You've made
probably
2
got
of these in
about
2 weeks, plus all the other things.
Oh, I've made loads, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'll just tell you this, but I'll do this. I'm not going to sew this on, but I'll show you, just in case you've got, you know, something important to do and you don't want to watch me again, but I know you won't. These little jobbies here, these are to go on these ends, but I'll show you how to do that when we get a lot further in the process of what we're doing. So you do have to watch me tomorrow. And they're going to go onto there like that, and that squares up your ends. So that's what these are for, and they don't have to match, you just put them on haphazardly. Randomly, yeah. But I mean, you've got 2 rows together there already, and this quilt's a different size to all the others we've done, isn't it? 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
This
It's the same size as that one up there.
This is small.
Yeah.
So it's
Medium.
Medium.
Yes.
It's the same size as the medium quilts, and you've seen how the first 2 rows have come together. So if we take this one here, we have already got this panel that has already been done, because remember, everything's done in strips. So strip 1, strip 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, and then it'd be the same process when you make it larger. You just make it larger and larger and larger as you go. I glossed on, I thought nobody had noticed. But what you're going to do and what you're going to achieve is a large quilt very quickly. Now, the details are on the screen for the quilt that you currently see behind me at the moment. £42.20 across 2 flexible payments, £84.40. A £14 saving. The price will already go back up to tomorrow to £98.40. It's worth having a little think about. 057501 is your item number. If everything's pre-cut, everything comes boxed for you with full illustrated instructions as well. We have only got a few minutes left. Take those few, once again, I don't mind who answers. Take a minute for me. For those people that may be watching at home, they're sitting there, they're thinking, I'd love to give it a go, but what would you say to those people that are watching at the moment?
I would say
give it a try.
Definitely give it a try.
Give it a try.
It's such a great technique to learn. You can see how fast it grows, and it's just fun. And for somebody who's never done patchwork as well, we've got a few people like that that have never done patchwork, haven't we?
Yeah.
And once you've got this,
you don't have to make exactly the size. Look, you can leave 2 of those off and make it shorter.
Yeah.
Or like a bed runner or something.
Yeah. If it was me, I would do it exactly as I
You would,
say.
yeah, I know you would.
Just for the first go, because then you just follow the steps and it's all done. But once you've got it, you've got the pattern, and you can make it, like you could make it in like children's clothes, you know.
Bright colours.
Yeah, bright, anything.
Autumnal colours, anything.
Yeah, it's. I'm thinking of doing a little something Christmassy in it.
Oh, okay. Watch your space.
Yeah, watch this space. But you know, you can use scraps. You need, you know, this size piece, so you can use scraps. You get the pattern, you get the template to cut if you're going to do it yourself. So I'd have a go.
You are talking a complete kit. Remember, we didn't even say you get the pattern included there as well. So if you've got odds and ends at home that you want to add into the quilt, you can all do that as well. The details are on the screen. And now for the big one, £166.80. You can split that into 3 flexible payments as well. And we've worked out from the big quilt, you can make 2 of the medium-sized quilts as well. 031715 is your item number. 3 flexible payments of £55.60. Shall we all reconvene later in about an hour's time?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll pop the kettle on and we'll all have a cream horn at a distance.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh, I'm partial to a cream horn. Don't you go anywhere either. There's so much more to shop for here in the wonderful world of Hochanda. I'll see you.